Hey guys, what's up? Alec back with the daily stock market, and today we're going to just talk about an array of different things. So if you like the last few videos, you'll like this video also. And if we go to the 1 day chart, we were absolutely killing it today, up almost $700 at one point, 1.8%. And then Biden actually released the news that he wants to raise taxes and capital gain percentages about 100%. He wants to 2x taxes. So that actually lead the market to go down. So let me know in the comments if you think that's a good idea, if he should tax the market a little bit higher. And we'll go into detail a little bit on my opinion and my thoughts too. It's all right though, because if we look at, so we've seen the market going up and down very crazily, and it hasn't been too stable recently. Overall, we're still up over 14%. And the quick answer to if I think that Joe Biden is going to raise taxes that high is no. I don't think it'll actually get approved. So it's really nothing too much to worry about, but the market at the time is overreacting to news, definitely for sure. So I am recording this on Thursday night, so it'll be interesting to see Friday morning how the stock market opens up. I'm willing to bet it'll probably be negative. So get ready to look at some puts if we see the market open up negative and the stock and your portfolio starts going down, considering taking out some put options if you're an experienced investor pretty early in the morning as soon as we see that momentum going down, because the momentum will likely continue. I have some put options for PLTR and BNGO, and I'm considering selling those. I have a stop loss around 40 to 50% on both of those. So I'm not too worried about it, but I'm probably going to move those closer to 40 to 30% just because I think the momentum will continue at least this week, Friday. It'll continue all day if we see it early. But Monday, over the weekend, a lot of news can be announced. So it'll be interesting to see how the weekend plays out. And we have a lot of positive news about the stock market right now. Jobs are doing good. Everything's looking good right now. So there's no reason to worry, especially because this is just a proposal that probably won't even get approved anyway. So it's a good thing to buy the dip slowly. So remember to buy the dip because it will bounce back once this does not get approved. So he wants to raise capital gain taxes, and that's the money that typically if you hold in the stock market for 12 months long, you don't have to pay as much money as a short trade. So that's why a lot of people like long-term trading, because you pay a lot less in taxes. It's only like 15%. But he wants to raise that to like 39% or 43% or something crazy like that, which would be a 2x increase in capital gains taxes. And a lot of the wealthy people have their money in the stock market. Keep in mind, it's probably like 80% to 60% institutional investors and corporate investors and high earners that have their money in the stock market. So what we can see if this gets approved is people who don't want to pay the tax increase. So they take all their money out before that gets approved. And it will probably lead to a lot of selling all at once before that plan gets approved, because it'll be a lot of money being taken out of the market, so you don't have to pay that increase with the new rule and the new taxes coming. Also, the other downside is that people won't be incentivized to hold long-term. That's why there's a lot of long-term investors, a lot of corporates do long-term, because they get that tax break on a lot of money. So that new tax rule will probably enable and facilitate more short-term trading and buying and more short-term selling too. So I just wanted to cover that real quick. I didn't want to go too much in detail about it. Comment below your thoughts. I want to hear your guys' opinion. I know a lot of financial majors watch my channel, so give me your opinion below. So one stock I do want to talk about that I am feeling good about the dip on is ChargePoint. I'm continuing to buy them, and I bought the dip pretty heavy when they went down to $19 a share too. I think they're headed up on the way back up, and even if they're not headed to, $30 in the short term, that's okay, because I believe in the stock long term, especially with Joe Biden being president. You have to kind of play on what he's going to be doing. So the whole EV industry is predicted to grow at least 10x in the next 1 to 2 years. So you definitely want to be along for that ride. And I think when it was up to, ChargePoint and a lot of these EVs were up to like 46, ChargePoint was up to $46. I think a lot of that news was priced in, and then I got brought back to reality. So I think 46 is where we can be going in the next 6 months to 12 months. And on average, the stock market gets 10% a year. So if you could get into ChargePoint and hold them for a year and get 50% to 100% gains, that would be awesome. And I think that is a realistic scenario that you can put yourself in. So I personally have about $1,000, 44 shares just in this one account. I have even more in my retirement account because I believe in them long term. Probably want to be holding them for at least 3 to 5 years minimum, and then even longer than that if they keep up what they're doing. Now we have a notification of after hours Skyworks. If you guys don't know about this stock, it's a pretty good 5G stock if you're interested in that. I made a lot of money on this stock in the past. You can kind of see it. I've been buying, selling, and I have a long history with them. They're a great 5G company, one of the best in the game, but they're too high right now. I already sold a lot of my profits out at an all-time high. I would probably like to buy into this one right around 150 or even lower than that. Shopify is getting more and more attractive to me. Anytime they get closer to that $1,000 or $900 mark, they have me intrigued. You know, they got as far as down as $1039 before, and they got as high as $1,500 before. And I made a full video about them before, so if you want to check that video out, I think it was like 2 weeks ago. And they've been as low as $900, so I would love to see them as low as $900. I don't think they'll ever get as low as $600 again, but never say never. It'll be interesting to see stocks like PLTR and other big growth stocks that are supposed to be doing good in the next few weeks and are up to an uptrending pattern from yesterday and this morning. See how they perform tomorrow morning. So Friday morning will tell us a lot and give us a lot of information. I'm hoping that the bullish trend of the stock market will not be affected too strongly by this afternoon news bombshell. GNOG will be another stock that I'm looking to take advantage of more and expand my position in if we see more of a dip Friday morning. SND has a lot of downward momentum, negative momentum, so you might want to consider doing a put on them. So maybe a put. This one's a little bit risky though because I don't know how much volume is moving through this stock right now. So it might be hard to sell once you're up on the position. But you would want to probably look into this one. It's only $68. So if you're looking for a very low risk, high reward put, this SND one is only $68. So you're not risking a lot, especially if you don't have a lot of money. This put's probably for you. But remember, you want to see how the momentum treats us. And there's been a lot of downward momentum. It's only been going down. And the good thing about this one, it's May 7th. So that way you have a few weeks for it to hit its downward price movement. It only needs to go to 82 cents, which is a 2% downward movement, which is very realistic because it goes down 4% almost every single day. So I think it can very, very, very realistically hit 82 cents. So that would be probably a good put to look into. Also, I'll be watching Zoom to see if they can make some more downward movement so I can buy under $300. I doubt they will. Baba's looking very similar also, so I'll be looking to expand them if they can go under $200 a share. I have $648 in this account at a price point of $230 a share. I'm looking to get that cost a little bit lower. Let me know if you guys like these format of videos where we kind of just talk about everything, my ideas in general, puts, stocks, the market as a whole, articles, swing trades. So the next thing that we have up is Snap's revenue rose 66% in last quarter, guys. That's huge. So look at this. So the social media company's first quarter revenue rose 66% from a year earlier to $769 million, topping analyst expectations of $744 million, according to the website. Now look at this too. Snapchat ended the quarter with 280 million daily average users. Wow, look at that. That's huge because everyone's like, Snapchat's a dying app. No one uses Snapchat anymore. But look at that. They're up 280 million daily users compared to 265 million in the prior quarter and 229 million the year earlier. So they've actually been growing by like 60 million users, and the user growth was stronger than analysts had predicted. North America obviously remains the company's largest and fastest growing revenue base, blah, blah, blah. So this will be interesting to see how this plays out in the future. But look at that. They rose about 10% after that news. So they absolutely killed it. Whoever bought into the earnings before and saw that coming, congratulations. That's about a 10% gain right there. And then you can sell it off tomorrow, especially if you already took an option out on them. Now, it looks like the previous resistance is right around where it's at right now, about 63. So you might want to be looking to sell it soon and see if it can drop down to about 55 or even $49 a share. Now, Coinbase is another one that we're going to want to talk about, right? It's down 6%, actually closer to 7.5% on the day, down to $288 a share. In my opinion, this is one that you're going to want to dollar cost average into because there's not much, previous history that we can go off of. And also there's not much even numbers, revenue, income that we can really go off of, except that it's been growing very, very quickly, very, very recently. So the fundamentals we can kind of look at and we can see that it's a huge, huge growth stock. But the question is, can they keep it up is the main question. So you really want to dollar cost average into this one, see how low they can go. My plan basically is to put about $50 into them every single Monday, right? So that's about one share a month, somewhere in that ballpark. I believe in Coinbase long-term because it is the biggest name when it comes to Bitcoin and all these other ones. And especially if they list things like Dogecoin, I think we can see an explosion in Dogecoin. So what we can see right now, that transitions us right into cryptocurrency that we can talk about. And it's hurting bad, as you guys can see. But Bitcoin's at $50,000. That's why I always tell you guys to dollar cost average into these things like Bitcoin. Because a lot of people were asking me, should I buy at 55,000? Should I buy at 65,000? And what my answer always is just dollar cost average, buy a little bit of it at a time and buy it over the long term. So if that's, $10 a day or $20 a day, that's the best way to do Bitcoin over a period of time so you get the best price possible. Now, with that being said, when they get closer to the supports like 50,000, 45,000, especially 46,000, it seems like it's one of its harder supports. Then you want to buy a little bit heavier. So instead of $10 a day, now you're going to be upping it to like $50 a day or $30 a day. And it really matters on your budget. You can go as low as buying $1 a day in Bitcoin. That's it. And by the end of the year, you'll have over $300 in Bitcoin, $350, $365 actually. But who knows, that $365 can grow as high as $1,000. So that's the good thing and the power of compounding interest. If you do it over a long period of time, even if it's a small amount like $1 or $5 a day, it adds up very, very quickly, especially if you start right now. So Ethereum is another one that you want to dollar cost average into and buy bulk, probably closer to like 1,400, even 1,900. Dogecoin, what did I tell you guys? Wait for the dip. And everyone's like, oh, it's not going to dip. It's going up. It's only going up. I said, wait for the dip because there was so much volume pumping through this stock. At one point, the 24-hour volume was as high as the market cap. The market capital was the same as the volume, the 24-hour volume, which is absolutely ridiculous and an absurd amount of money to be moving through Dogecoin in 24 hours. With that being said, they're down to 22 cents a coin. And what I tell you guys, wait for 20 cents a coin because 20 cents a coin's coming. Put a limit order at 20 cents. And I think 20 cents is a great place to buy in. But personally, I'm waiting for 14 cents all the way to 7 cents, right? I think 14, 12, $7 cents, that's when it really starts to get interesting again. Remember, there's a lot of hype in the stock, so when it crashes hard and everyone sells at the same time. Also, there's been a fact that said that 40% of all Dogecoin is owned by like 5 users. So that's pretty interesting. They could easily crash or rocket this stock, especially if they sell all at one time. So watch out for 7 cents, 14 cents. That's where I'm buying in. But don't get shy at 20 cents a coin because if you're holding for long term, who knows? This thing can't. I mean, this one's like gambling, just so we can get that out of the air. But who knows? This one can go to 50 cents, $1. I don't think it'll go much higher than $1 because if you look at the market cap, it has to pass up like big things like Ripple, Polkadot, and it had to basically become the number 3 cryptocurrency out of all the cryptocurrencies, which is very highly unlikely, and that's why it's obviously crashing 20%. I think it was down even like 27% at one point. Now, Ethereum Classic can crash hard too because it's been pumped. So watch out for $23. Watch out for $14. There's no guarantee that it will go that low. But personally, for me to add more, I'm waiting for about $24. That's where I originally started adding. And we're up about 50% on that one. We're still up on Doge, 2100. Bitcoin, we're still up 52%. Ethereum, we're up 141% on Ethereum, has been one of my huge money makers. And same with Litecoin, has been one of my huge money makers, but it only says 20% because I sold out my entire position and I bought back in. So if you guys enjoy these cryptocurrency updates, let me know in the comments below. I'll make more videos about my Coinbase account, but the market has been absolutely crashing, guys. Look, Tron down to a 10 cents, IOTA down to $1.70, Cardano down to $1.11, Verge down to 4 cents, Stellar Lumens down to 44 cents, Ripple down to $1. At one point, my portfolio was up to $27,000. We should have took profits at that time. Hindsight is 2020. Look, $27,000 at one point. And this, I mean, you can't really get mad because a month ago, all of our accounts were still half the size if you started a month ago. So there's no reason to really be upset. As you can see, these are my main holdings: Ethereum 4K, Litecoin 3K, 3.5 Stella, Bitcoin, Cardano, Ripple are my biggest positions in this account. Make sure you like this video. And if you made it to the end of the video, anyone that comments below their top 3 cryptocurrencies or stocks that I talked about in this video, I'm going to be giving out $5 to each person. So I will be Venmoing or Cash Apping. You can choose whichever is easiest for you. It's the first 5 people. You have to comment below and screenshot that comment to me on Instagram so I know that you're part of it. And if you're in the first 5, consider yourself $5 richer. So make sure you share with a friend if you enjoyed the video. I also know some of you guys like the shorter videos, so comment below if you want the shorter ones. And I know some of you guys want the deeper dives too, so those will be absolutely coming, the deeper dives, where I take few companies, look at their balance sheets, income statements, and compare them against each other. So like the video, subscribe if you haven't already, and join the family. Remember, just buy low, sell high, never buy high and sell low. I'll see you guys in the next video. Remember, don't time the market, buy the market. Peace.